Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're going to do a Let's Play and initial impressions review for Stranger VR. It says beta on here, but on the Steam store it doesn't show as being in early access. So I'm a little confused by that. It did release today, August 11th, 2022, for the Valve Index, Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality. It normally retails for $10. It's on a release sale, 10% off. I received a free Steam key through the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game. So let's go ahead and let's play on easy Monday night, A Small House. You do unlock the family home forest when you beat this. So I have played this a little bit, and so far I have died each time. I haven't been able to make it all the way to 6 a.m. I think I got all the way to 5 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. But it is pretty tough, just because I think the audio work can be a bit better. It seems like sometimes he shows up out of nowhere where you really don't hear him at all. I don't like that. I will say that I did see a couple of videos on this game from VR content creators. I normally don't do that because I don't want my own impressions tainted. Now, I did play this game prior to seeing those videos, so I don't think my thoughts had all been compromised in any way.
Where you can leave your problems behind.
Cheers?
For me, this place is home.
Oh, not Cheers, okay.
A place where I don't have to worry about the real world. Or any other worlds for that matter.
This is from a solo dev. However, that plays no part in my review process. I mean, I don't care if there is a big budget development team or solo dev. I rate games based on price. So this is a $10 normal price game, so that's how I'm going to rate it as. Is it good as other $10 VR games, specifically in the horror genre? So let's go ahead. This is basically the tutorial here. It says toggle the flashlight, grab the locks to start the game, turn off the TV alert, open and close windows. You can lock windows. I know how to do all that, but let's go ahead and skip tutorial then. And this is when the game actually starts in VR. So all of that was non-VR. Now we're finally starting in VR. Now, the actual game does not start until we pick up the lock, so we can look up here. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest with you. You know, not everyone is religious, and, you know, some people may be offended, some people may not. It's okay, you know, I don't think it's a big part of the game. And obviously, there are houses just like this, so I don't have a problem with it, but I know some people might. And me personally, I wouldn't put that in my game, just because, you know, I want to be mindful of any player, and probably not a good idea to include any religious or political thing in your game. That is the refrigerator. It does go on and off by itself. You can turn off the lights. Oh, I guess you can until you actually start the game. I think we're ready to start the game. So, like I said, you pick up the lock. There's two of them. It is pretty dark. And then you turn off this, and this actually starts the process. Now, to start off the game, I do tend to have the windows up so you can hear better. I do wish the spatial audio was a bit better. It's not bad. Like, I could generally tell what's going on and where stuff is coming from, but I think sometimes he comes out of nowhere without making a sound as to the direction that he's in, and the flashlight is limited. It can run out of batteries. Something positive, I'll say that so far this game is running at a steady 90 frames per second. The graphics are pretty good. The lighting could be better, but it's all right. I think it's too dark. I don't know that changing the gamma settings will affect VR, because I believe that controls the desktop view, not really the VR headset. So we already passed the first hour. It's already 1. So far, I have not heard anything. I've not seen anything, but the stranger, you can usually see him at a distance. And you don't. Okay. The one thing I don't like is, even if you don't use the flashlight... Okay, here he is. So we locked the window. And let's lock this one as well, just in case. I don't think we need to, but... Oh. So let's turn on the lights, and I think we'll be good for 2 in the morning. And like I said, he was here. And again, I do open the windows so I could hear better, and then just close the window and lock it. Oh, come on. Really? Did y'all hear anything? Like, I had heard a slight noise, like maybe like 20 seconds before that point, but up to that point, I didn't hear anything. Let's try it one more try. Let's try it one more time. I was not a big fan of that. Like, I was never scared. The ending there seemed very random. I don't really know what I did wrong. Like I said, I think I had all the windows open. Maybe that's my mistake. So this time I'm gonna leave. Oh wow, my frames per second right now is at 500. So that is not good. Skip intro. Skip tutorial. Let's skip tutorial. Let's just start. Okay, we're starting in VR now. So, like I said, this time we are going to do things a bit different. We're not going to open the windows. And we got the lock. And I think once we... Okay, wow, that's weird. Did y'all see that? The TV turned off by itself. I didn't interact with it in any way. I do have the locks. So as I was saying earlier, I did see some VR content creators, and I normally avoid such videos because I don't want my opinions to be compromised in any way by listening to somebody else. I want my opinions to be fresh, especially when I'm doing initial impressions on a game. I want my opinions to be my own. But I have to be honest, I don't think this is a good game. And I think here we go. Lock it here. Lock it. And I guess lock it here as well, maybe? Maybe we should lock it on the other side. Okay, he's over there. We got to 1 o'clock already. Are we good now? Can we take the lock off? Let's turn on the light. Again, I'm not a big fan of the flashlight just going off by itself, even though I haven't had it on.
This is not a test. A report of a masked killer in your area has been reported.
I am playing seated. You do have smooth and snap training available. And have one lock, but I don't know where I put the other one. Did the light already go back on? There's the lock right here. Do I need the lock here? And I'm just really going from window to window, trying to see if I see anything. But, you know, I don't... Come on. Seriously? Yeah, here's the problem, okay? I don't think this game is scary. I really don't. I think the VR content creators that I saw were acting. I think they were BSing you guys, to be honest. There's better games that do this. Probably one of the most underrated VR gems in the horror genre is Rapture Valley, which does this. But there's also OGs like Emily Wants to Play and Emily Wants to Play 2. By the way, some people think Emily Wants to Play 2 does not have VR. It does have VR. I don't know if it works outside of Oculus, but I do know it works on the Oculus. There's Sleep Tight, which is a game that I reviewed on YouTube, and I think it's a much better version of this type of game. There's also the another OG, man, if I can think of it, Boogeyman. Boogeyman 1 and 2, OGs of this type of gameplay. I think those are better experiences. All of them are better experiences than this. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this. Five Nights at Freddy's VR obviously would be the standard bearer of this type of gameplay if you're into it. But obviously it has a higher price, so I'm not really going to compare it to Five Nights at Freddy. But I think I can compare it to Emily Wants to Play, Sleep Tight, Rapture Valley, Boogeyman. They're all better than this. So I can't recommend this game. It's not a horrible game. It works. It just wasn't scary for me at all. I think the gameplay is too simple, to be honest with you guys. I don't think there's much to it. I think the audio needs to work. I think that's the biggest thing. You should be able to hear exactly where he's coming from, and both times he caught me, I just did not hear at all where he was coming from. I think that's the big thing, especially when it comes to our horror. Good horror has good audio, spatial audio, that you need to have some clues of where the baddie is. And this game lacks that. Plus, the whole menus are not in VR. The cutscenes are not in VR. This really should be labeled as early access, in my opinion. And I think $10 is too much asking price. This is closer to a $5 game, if I'm being honest. I think at $5 I could give it a neutral recommendation, but at $10 I can't give it a positive. It's a close call. It's really a price issue with me, because I just think the gameplay is too basic for the asking price. And I think there's better versions of this game in VR from 2016, 2017. So if I have to rate this, I give this a 4.5 out of 10. Close call. Very close to giving it a neutral, but I can't. It's not good enough. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you enjoyed my video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye.